Everyone for coming out to watch how to properly trim sheep hooves. Have any of you ever heard the word foot rot? Foot rot is a particular word that strikes dread in many sheep farmers and producers alike. Foot rot is an ovine, or a fancy word for sheep, bacterial disease of the hoof. It can cause severe effects to the farm and the sheep. Proper hoof trimming can tremendously reduce and or eradicate the instance of an outbreak. Each and every one here has either wanted to learn how to trim hooves or is thinking about taking a project for next year. With the knowledge of proper hoof care, you can help prevent the possibility of hoof issues, including hoof rot, with your project. My name is Kayla Culbertson, for those of you that don't know me. I've been breeding and raising show lambs for the last 4 years. I'm active in multiple organizations, including the Ohio Sheep Improvement Association and the Lead Council. First, I'm going to explain to you the anatomy of a sheep hoof. Second, I'm going to demonstrate the correct way of trimming the hooves. And third, we're going to discuss the importance of proper trimming to prevent disease and additional problems related to trimming too short. Okay, so the materials that I need for this demonstration, of course, is a sheep. We have a stand here. We use a hoof knife to clean out any dirt or manure and a pair of pruning shears. Those are the only things that you need for this. To start, we gather the supplies and gain control of the animal. Well, we've gotten that so far. So step one is to properly restrain the sheep. You want to prevent injury to yourself and also the sheep. Make sure that the sheep's head is placed in the headpiece properly to prevent constriction of airflow. Ensure that the sheep is standing square on all 4 legs, that way she doesn't weeble wobble on the stand. Once the sheep is restrained, we'll proceed to observe the hoof. The second step, we're going to kind of combine the anatomy and how to properly trim the hoof. According to sheep 201, when looking at the hoof, you want to kind of smell. If you smell and something doesn't smell right, you know that there is always the possibility of some kind of underlying disease or even hoof rot. It kind of smells rotten. On the hoof here, you'll see 2 claws or toes, just like we have. We have a medial claw and a lateral claw. The top part here is called the hoof bulb, or the heel. It's the same on our feet. We have an inner wall and an outer wall, and that's what you're going to trim. So the second step starts with properly restraining the sheep's hoof. We're going to observe for any problems that might be there, and you want to remove any dirt or manure that might be between the walls of the hoof. So that's what we're kind of doing here. We're just cleaning some of that dirt out of there. Now you can see on both sides of the hoof or both of the toes, there's a hoof wall on both sides, and that's what we're going to trim. So beginning on the outside, starting at the hoof bulb, we're going to actually trim small pieces of the hoof wall. Just little pieces at a time. So I've kept her a little bit long here so you can see a little bit more. This part that I'm scraping is the sole. That's the soft part of the foot. We don't want to cut that. But over here on the side is the white line. Once we see that white line, you know you've gotten far enough. Now, if you see pink or any blood, stop. According to sheep 201, that means that you're getting close to the sheep's blood supply in their toe and you want to stop. Okay, so then after that you would repeat with all 3 legs. And it's as simple as that in trimming a hoof. Just to review, the sheep's hoof anatomy consists of 2 claws, a medial claw and a lateral claw, the sole, the heel, the inner and outer wall, and the white line. Ensure that your sheep is safe and make sure you properly restrain the animal. Hoof care is an important aspect of sheep production and management. Hoof diseases can affect the health and welfare of sheep and have negative effects on productivity. The importance of hoof care in sheep production is very, 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 very important. Now that you've learned the anatomy and the proper way to trim sheep hooves, you can help prevent foot diseases or issues with your product. Remember, foot rot is a serious disease which has long been dreaded by sheep owners. It is a disease which causes severe economic loss, suffering due to lameness, and disruption of normal farm operations, according to Merck 2015. Thank you all for coming. Have a good day.